Follow the river and you'll find the sea. But with this restaurant, you'll also find the smoke.
Perfect.
This is Dairy X Dine's longer shorts. I sampled widely across a crowd-pleasing yet highly creative menu at Sea Smoke, and I love a good themed menu. The signature cocktails definitely fit the nautical vibes of the restaurant. I probably would have loved every drink on this menu, but I had to settle on the Man of War, Ilegal Joven Mezcal, Tanteo Habanero Tequila, honey syrup, and lemon. This is like a margarita, but much more rich and amped up, and that slight haziness is a great nod to the giant jellyfish this is named after. But when it comes to the food, appetizers had to happen, and the gooiness of this smoked burrata skillet I tried cannot be matched. Combining mozzarella, feta, prosciutto, Calabrian chilies, sun-dried peppers and tomatoes, roasted garlic, basil pesto, and some nice crusty baguette for delivery. The best way I can describe this is like a DIY lasagna, but it's definitely in its own category. This is fantastic. And then there's galama. I love trying fried calamari at restaurants, and when I saw Sea Smoke adds tomato agrodolce, roasted garlic aioli, and arugula, that just locked it in for me. They specify lightly fried, and I'd hope so because with squid, you either cook it lightly or you braise the hell out of it. There is no in between. I have a bit of a dilemma as far as the presentation here. I loved how it looked, but also would have loved to dunk in that aioli, so I'm a little torn. I totally adored that sweet and sour tomato agrodolce though. This is a smash hit. And then we get to my $35 fried shrimp dinner, which on the surface seems a little silly, but they made it work. Even though it was just 5 shrimp, they were some pretty plump and flavorful shrimp. Plus they came served over a pretty tasty slaw. The flaw with this dish though is the standard shoestring fries. They visually fit the meal very well, but seemed slightly not worth the price tag. But given the depth of the 2 sauces for the shrimp, I can't say I care about the fries that much. First sauce, Calabrian chili cocktail sauce. All the tang and familiarity of typical cocktail sauce with a spicy kick. And second, I never thought to add pickled artichokes to a tartar sauce, but it works great here. And as creative as these sauces were, they didn't detract from the really delicate shrimp at all. And if I'm not gushing enough about the food already, dessert at Sea Smoke may have put the whole experience totally over the top. Everything on the dessert menu sounded very good, but how could we skip that candy bar? Chocolate brownie, caramel, wafer, vanilla sponge cake, toffee, feuilletine, chocolate shell, smoked sea salt. It was essentially a sweet monolith on a plate. Lots going on in this bite, but suffice to say it was perfectly rich and creamy.